for this one, what's the square root of -9? Yeah, you can't do it. It's not an answer, right? What do you think the square root of -16 is? 4i, but it's not in a real numbers system. How about the fourth root of -16? Is it 2? So is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 equal to 16? -16? How about -2 times -2 times -2 times -2? No. So none of these are a part of the reals. Neither of these are. How about this one? Cube root of -8. That one works because you can say -2 times -2 times -2. Negative times a negative times a negative is a negative. 2, 2, 2 is 8. This is actually -2. But it's an odd power, and anything that's even isn't going to work. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to say this part, 2x plus 1, has to be greater than or equal to what? 0. It has to be positive. Because can we take the square root of 0? Well, actually we can. 0 times 0 is 0. A little tricky. So we go 2x greater than or equal to -1 because we subtract 1 to both sides. Then I'm going to divide by 2. And you're going to get x greater than or equal to -1/2. So draw a number line like this and put a -1/2 on it. Everybody do that. The answers at work will be like 0, that'll work, 1, 2, 3, all of these are going to work. All of these are going to work. Or will they? Madison shaking her head. What won't work? 1 won't work because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the square root. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to look at x squared minus 1. It cannot be equal to 0. If it's equal to 0, it will be undefined because you can't divide by 0. So x squared is not equal to 1 because we add 1 to both sides. And x can't be plus or minus 1. Now how that looks on the graph is here's -1, which we can't have, and here's 1 that we can't have. So does this one even matter? It doesn't even matter. So we can just cross that one out. We don't care because we don't have any of these other answers either. But greater than this, the domain is going to be x greater than or equal to -1/2, except what? +1. Very good. Now for your fancy pants, you might go -infinity up to, or -infinity, -1/2 up to 1, union 1 up to infinity. That's a great way. Which way do you like? This one, the top one, or the bottom one? Oh, good. You like that. I do too. On the next slide here, we have 4/6 minus square root of t plus 3. So we're going to do the same thing. The first thing we're going to look at is this part, t plus 3. It has to be what to 0? Greater than or equal to 0. So t is going to be greater than or equal to -3. So I draw my number line. We are going to be greater than or equal to -3. It's going to be everything here, right? Maybe not. What happened there is the first thing we do is look at the square root in this case. What's the next thing we should look at? There's another problem, implicit domain problem we have. What is that? This thing down here can't be what? 0. So 6 minus square root of t plus 3 cannot be equal to 0. So this was the first part we did. This is the second part we're going to do. And so what we'll do is I'm going to move this to the other side. So 6 can't be equal to the square root of t plus 3. And what else? How do we solve for t? Square both sides. Got it? So 36 can't be t plus 3. And then all we have to do is subtract 3. And you'll get t can't be 33. Probably wouldn't have guessed that, but there's your not 33. So my domain is going to be t greater than or equal to negative 3, but we can't have 33. Or you could say negative 3 to 33 union 33 to infinity. Does that start to make a little more sense?